Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 30th, 2025. Hoping everybody had a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody had a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because that's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics in the lower 48. And here is Melissa, located near Bermuda, and continue to pull a race away to the north and east. Should become just a remnant low. Should be coming up on Friday or Saturday. So by the time it gets up in the north central tropical Atlantic, just a remnant tropical storm and then a remnant low, and that will continue to be the end of Melissa. So, but like I said last night, we need to watch this area here, and also maybe down in this area here where some thunderstorms are developing right in the southwestern Caribbean Sea. We need to watch that, and also the northwestern Caribbean Sea. If you have not checked out that video, make sure you go back and check it out. That was last night's video. Check it out and make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Alrighty, we got some scattered activity over the just east of the Leeward Islands, also more in the MDR region. You can see some scattered activity of South America, Central America, more activity in the Eastern Pacific. Also got another storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest. You can see some showers and mixed precipitation. Snow will be flying over here in areas of Washington, Oregon State, Northern California region as well. You got another little clipper system here moving through portions of Minnesota to Wisconsin to Iowa and also Illinois. Elsewhere it looks pretty quiet across the remainder of the lower 48. But anyway, let's take a look at the forecast call from the National Hurricane Center on Melissa. This was at 5 p.m. this afternoon. You can see the tropical storm force winds in yellow, hurricane winds in the orange. Bermuda has a hurricane warning remains in effect for you guys as this system continues to push on off to the west of you guys. But if you're tracking the system at home, and located in latitude 30.2 north, longitude 69.7 west, maximum sustained winds are near 105 miles an hour with higher gusts, and movement is to the northeast at 31 miles an hour. A increase in forward speed will continue, and they will continue to race away from the eastern U.S. and also Bermuda, and it may clip areas of St. John's Island up here as it races on off to the north and east. So, but anyway, right along the east coast, the rip current risk will continue to kind of subside from southwest or south to north as this southwest and northeast up and down the Atlantic coastal waters. As Melissa races away from the area, and the currents kind of begin to subside back to normal status. Alright, but you can see hurricane through 2 p.m. Friday, 2 a.m. Saturday, still just a post-hurricane and a post-tropical storm after that from Saturday afternoon all the way up into 2 p.m. Tuesday of next week. It'll be well up here. We won't be issuing any more advisories after it past Bermuda. So tomorrow should be about the end of the advisories on Melissa. Alright, Spaghetti-O models show you pretty well consensus. There it is here. Continues on off to the north and east and heads on off into the northern tropical Atlantic on up into the North Pole region as well. Intensity guidance of the system, 90 knots, equal to 105 miles an hour. You can see it's category 2. A couple model wants to take it to a category 3. These are the outlier because we're expecting it to continue to decrease and forward decrease in intensity as the forward speed picks up on the tropical cyclone. But then you can see there it goes into a tropical storm, and then just a tropical area of low pressure later on down the road. Alrighty, but like I said, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like the video, share the video, and I will be here to update you if any more tropical storms develop between now and November 30th. That's about the time cap when these storms, when hurricane season runs out. Will not resume until May and June of 2026. But anyway, right now we still got about 31 more days left of hurricane season. Alright, let's take a look at your forecast. This is your Friday outlook. You can see we got some mixed precipitation up here from New Maine to New Brunswick. Also over toward Vermont, New Hampshire, New York State, Southern New York State, West Virginia, and Western North Carolina. Also northern Michigan, Wisconsin to Minnesota to the Dakotas, Iowa, More over here in Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. Shower activity over there in that region as well. Through Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, the coastal waters. Shower activity around Tennessee and Kentucky. More activity in northern Minnesota, around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, to Wisconsin, to Michigan, to Iowa, to Illinois, Indiana, to Pennsylvania, to eastern Maine, New Brunswick. Also the Atlantic coastal waters as well down into Pennsylvania. Thunderstorm and shower down here along the Gulf Coast, stretching into Texas, to Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and southwestern Alabama, and the extreme areas of the Florida Panhandle. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, I'm about to head on into your Saturday forecast, in which will be November 1st. How time is flying. Can't believe it'll be November 1st coming up on Saturday. Alright, but anyway, we got some mixed precipitation portion of Maine, down in New Hampshire, Vermont, also in the New York State. More mixed precipitation in portion of Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. Shower activity there as well, and also the coastal water. Thunderstorms and shower across Texas to the northwestern Gulf to Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee. Also up here Wisconsin over toward New York State as well. And portion of Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior. Mixed precipitation in northern Michigan and northeast Wisconsin as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map. Your location across the nation. And it's going to look like this. Alright, we got some hydro issues over here in Washington State. High wind watches in effect for portion of Montana. Wind advisory there as well. And I got some lake wind advisory for South Carolina and the central Savannah River area of Georgia. More wind advisory in western North Carolina to West Virginia, to Pennsylvania, to New York State, to Connecticut, Massachusetts, to also up in the Vermont region as well. Coastal flood statements also, and flood warnings in effect for portions of the Boston area up here, New York City, down into eastern areas of eastern Virginia. We have freeze watches in effect for western North Carolina and a couple counties for northeast Georgia. Also frost advisories in Alabama, also Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and also areas of Kansas. Red flag warnings down here in areas of South Texas. We also have some flood statements in the portion of Florida region as well. Storm warnings in the purples off the northeast coast, about 250 nautical miles offshore and right along coastal areas there as well. Have some tropical storm and hurricane warnings right here as well, where Hurricane Melissa is, but that will continue to race away. Alright, small craft advisory gale warning from Maine to the Florida Keys, all the way back to the Big Bend and Panhandle, Florida, Louisiana coast, Southern California at the Washington State, one area between the central Hawaii and Chain Islands, southern Alaska region, storm warnings there as well, and northern west and northern areas, some storm freezing spray warnings in effect. Alright, Storm Prediction Center, not expecting any severe weather for your Friday. You can see no thunderstorm forecast across the whole U.S., so that's good news. Day 3, they were just only a little bit across Brownsville, San Antonio, but that's about it there. The remainder of the U.S. looks quiet. Alright, if you're looking for a little bit of warmer weather, your hopes may be coming up here once again. It's going to be slightly to above normal temperatures expected. And here we go right here. Alright, we got near normal temps up here across Maine, the extreme eastern North Carolina, along the Grand Strand of South Carolina, but the remainder of the lower 48 from southern Maine to Florida to Texas to Washington to California, looking at above slightly to well above normal temperature over the next 8 to 14 days. Also across the Hawaii Chain Island, central and eastern Alaska, above normal, central Alaska, western northwest, near normal, and below to the west southwest. Precipitation, we got above normal precipitation from Maine to northern Pennsylvania, from southeast Georgia to Florida, to the south coast of Florida, including the Florida Keys, also over here toward Montana to Washington, Oregon State, northern California. Near normal precipitation from up here around areas of Connecticut to the Florida Panhandle, South Carolina, Michigan, all the way over to central California, southwestern California, portion of Arizona, and then below normal precipitation from central California to South Dakota to Georgia to Louisiana, well below normal precipitation for Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, portions of Arizona, and Utah. Same for the Hawaiian Chain Islands. South looks below normal to the north, central, and northwest. Near normal for much of Alaska, except for central and eastern areas. Above normal precipitation they're expected. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.